It's 2 a.m., you're staring at the ceiling again. Your mind won't quiet down. Your body feels exhausted, but sleep just won't come. You've tried counting sheep, warm milk, even those pills your doctor prescribed, but nothing seems to work anymore. Sound familiar? Here's what most doctors won't tell you. Those sleeping pills they're so quick to prescribe, they're not actually giving you real restorative sleep. In fact, they might be making things worse. But what if I told you there are 7 scientifically proven secrets to deep, natural sleep that work better than any pill, and doctors rarely mention them? Stay with me for the next few minutes because what you're about to learn could transform your nights and your days. Hello, dear friends. If you're over 60 and struggling to get a good night's sleep, you're not alone. In fact, more than half of all seniors report sleep problems. But here's the truth that might surprise you. Poor sleep isn't a normal part of aging. It's not something you just have to accept. Your body still needs and can achieve deep, restorative sleep, the kind that helps your brain stay sharp, your immune system stay strong, and your body heal and repair itself. I'm here today to share 7 powerful sleep secrets that actually address the root causes of sleeplessness in seniors. These aren't quick fixes or gimmicks. These are evidence-based strategies that doctors and sleep specialists use themselves, but rarely take the time to explain to their patients. And the best part? You can start using these tonight. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. How many hours of quality sleep did you get last night? If it's less than 7 hours, or if you woke up multiple times, or if you still felt tired this morning despite being in bed for 8 hours, then this information is specifically for you. Let's get started. Secret number 1, the 2-hour rule that resets your sleep clock. Here's something most doctors never explain. Your body has an internal clock called your circadian rhythm. Think of it as a 24-hour timer that tells your body when to feel awake and when to feel sleepy. As we age, this clock can get out of sync. But there's a simple way to reset it, and it all comes down to what I call the 2-hour rule. Here's how it works. For the first 2 hours after you wake up, you need to expose yourself to bright light, preferably natural sunlight. And for the 2 hours before bedtime, you need to avoid bright lights, especially the blue light from screens. Why is this so powerful? Your brain produces a hormone called melatonin that makes you feel sleepy. But here's the catch. Bright light, especially blue light, tells your brain to stop making melatonin. So when you're watching TV, scrolling on your phone, or sitting under bright overhead lights late at night, you're essentially telling your brain to stay awake. Let me give you a real example. Mary, a 68-year-old grandmother from Ohio, couldn't fall asleep before 2 a.m. for years. Her doctor gave her sleeping pills, but they made her groggy the next day. Then she tried the 2-hour rule. She started having her morning coffee on her porch every day, getting that early sunlight. And starting at 8 p.m., she dimmed her lights and stopped using her iPad. Within 2 weeks, she was falling asleep naturally by 10:30 p.m. Here's what you can do tonight. Get outside within an hour of waking up, even if it's cloudy. Just 15 minutes helps. Then, 2 hours before your desired bedtime, dim your lights. If you watch TV, lower the brightness. If you read, use a warm-colored lamp, not overhead lights. This simple change can reset your entire sleep cycle. Secret number 2, the temperature trick. Your doctor never mentions. Now, let me ask you, do you ever wake up hot and sweaty in the middle of the night? Or maybe you pile on blankets but still can't seem to fall asleep. Here's a secret most people don't know. Your body temperature needs to drop by about 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit to fall into deep sleep. This is a biological requirement, not a preference. But here's the problem many seniors face. As we age, our body's ability to regulate temperature becomes less efficient. Add in medications that affect body temperature, or hot flashes for women who've gone through menopause, and you've got a perfect storm for sleepless nights. The solution? It's simpler than you might think. Your bedroom should be cool, between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. I know that might sound cold, especially if you're worried about heating bills, but hear me out. You can bundle up with blankets, but you need that cool air for your body to trigger the sleep process. Here's an even more powerful trick. take a warm bath or shower about 90 minutes before bed. This might seem counterintuitive, but when you get out of that warm water, your body temperature drops rapidly. This drop signals to your brain that it's time to sleep. Think about it like this. When you were a child, didn't you sleep most soundly on cool nights under warm blankets? Your body hasn't changed that need. Robert, a 72-year-old veteran I know, struggled with sleep for a decade. He kept his thermostat at 75 degrees because he was always cold, but when he tried lowering it to 65 at night and using an extra blanket, he started sleeping through the night for the first time in years. And here's a bonus tip. Keep your feet warm with socks. This might sound contradictory, but warm feet help dilate blood vessels, which actually helps lower your core body temperature. Strange but true. Try this tonight. Set your thermostat lower than usual, take a warm shower about an hour and a half before bed, and see what happens. You might be amazed. Secret number 3, the worry window, technique that quiets your mind. Let me paint a picture. You lie down exhausted. Your body is tired. But the moment your head hits the pillow, your mind starts racing. You're thinking about your grown children, your health concerns, that doctor's appointment next week, bills to pay, things you forgot to do, plans for tomorrow. Does this sound familiar? This is one of the most common sleep problems for people over 60, and it has nothing to do with your body being unable to sleep. It's your mind that won't let you rest. Most doctors will just prescribe a sleeping pill for this, but that doesn't solve the real problem. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone. Here's the secret technique that actually works. Create a worry window. Here's how it works. Every day, pick the same 15-minute time slot, preferably in the afternoon or early evening, not before bed. During this time, sit down with a notebook and write down everything that's on your mind. Your worries, your to-do list, your concerns, everything. The key is this. When worries pop into your head at bedtime, you can tell yourself, I'll think about that tomorrow during my worry window. Your brain actually accepts this because it knows there's a dedicated time to address these thoughts. I know this might sound too simple to work, but the psychology behind it is powerful. When you have racing thoughts at night, it's often because your brain is afraid it will forget something important. By having a dedicated worry time and writing things down, you're essentially telling your brain, it's okay, I've got this handled. Dorothy, a 65-year-old retired teacher, used to lie awake for hours, worrying about everything from her grandchildren to her finances. She started keeping a worry journal at 4 p.m. every day. Within a month, she reported falling asleep within 20 minutes most nights instead of lying awake for 2 or 3 hours. Here's what you do. Pick your worry window time. Get a notebook dedicated just for this purpose. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Write down everything on your mind. It doesn't have to be organized or make perfect sense. When the timer goes off, close the notebook and put it away. Then, when bedtime comes and worries creep in, remind yourself, I have a time for that tomorrow. This simple technique can transform your nights from restless to restful. Before we continue to the next 4 secrets, let me pause for just a moment. If you're over 60 or if you're caring for an elderly loved one who struggles with sleep, this information could genuinely change lives. Poor sleep isn't just about feeling tired. It affects your memory, your heart health, your risk of falls, even your longevity. If you're finding value in these secrets, please take a second to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I create videos like this every week specifically for seniors and their families, covering the health topics that matter most to you. And if one of these tips has already clicked for you, drop a comment below. I read every single one, and your experience might help someone else. All right, let's continue with secret number 4. Secret number 4, the magnesium. Secret that Big Pharma doesn't want you to know now, I'm going to share something that might make you a little upset. Here it is. Many seniors are deficient in a mineral that's absolutely crucial for sleep, and most doctors never test for it. That mineral is magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 300 processes in your body, including the regulation of neurotransmitters that promote sleep. It helps calm your nervous system, relax your muscles, and even supports the production of melatonin. But here's the problem. As we age, our bodies absorb magnesium less efficiently. Many common medications, including diuretics for blood pressure, antacids, and even some diabetes medications, deplete magnesium from your body. And the standard American diet is typically low in magnesium to begin with. So what happens? You end up with restless legs at night, muscle cramps, difficulty falling asleep, and frequent nighttime waking. Sound familiar? Here's what you need to know. Before you take any supplement, talk to your doctor. Some forms of magnesium can interact with medications, especially if you have kidney problems. But for many seniors, adding magnesium-rich foods to their diet or taking a magnesium supplement can be absolutely transformative for sleep. The best food sources of magnesium include dark leafy greens like spinach, nuts and seeds, especially pumpkin seeds and almonds, legumes like black beans, and whole grains. If you choose to supplement, magnesium glycinate is generally the best form for sleep because it's well absorbed and less likely to cause digestive upset. Many sleep specialists recommend taking it about an hour before bed. Let me tell you about Frank, a 70-year-old retired postal worker. He had terrible restless legs at night, that uncomfortable feeling that makes you want to move your legs constantly. It kept him awake for hours. His doctor prescribed a medication for restless legs, but it had side effects that Frank didn't like. Then he tried magnesium glycinate, just 400 milligrams before bed, after checking with his doctor first. Within a week, his restless legs were 80% better. Within a month, they were essentially gone, and he was sleeping soundly through the night. Here's your action step. Look at your current medications and see if any are known to deplete magnesium. You can easily search for this online or ask your pharmacist. Add more magnesium-rich foods to your diet. And if you're considering a supplement, have a conversation with your doctor about whether it's right for you. This one simple mineral could be the missing piece of your sleep puzzle. Secret number 5, the 10-3-2-1-0 formula for perfect sleep. This next secret is a formula that sleep specialists use, but they rarely explain it in simple terms. It's called the 10-3-2-1-0 formula, and it's one of the most powerful tools for guaranteeing good sleep. Let me break it down for you in plain English. 10 hours before bed, no more caffeine. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I only have coffee in the morning. Here's what many people don't realize. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours. That means if you have a cup of coffee at 2 p.m., half of that caffeine is still in your system at 8 p.m., and a quarter of it is still there at 2 a.m. Even that afternoon tea or cola can interfere with your sleep even if you don't feel wired. 3 hours before bed, no large meals or alcohol. Large meals close to bedtime force your digestive system to work hard when it should be resting. This can cause acid reflux and discomfort. And while alcohol might make you feel sleepy initially, it actually disrupts your sleep cycles later in the night, preventing you from getting deep, restorative sleep. 2 hours before bed, no more work or stressful activities. This is your wind-down time. No paying bills, no heated discussions, no watching intense or disturbing news programs. Your brain needs time to transition from active mode to sleep mode. 1 hour before bed, no screens. We talked about blue light earlier, but this is where you really implement it. Turn off the TV, put away your phone and tablet. This is the time for reading a physical book, listening to calming music, gentle stretching, or meditation. 0. That's the number of times you should hit the snooze button in the morning. This might seem unrelated to nighttime sleep, but hitting snooze actually makes you groggier and disrupts your sleep cycle. It's better to set your alarm for when you actually need to wake up and get up immediately. I know this formula might seem strict. You might be thinking, I can't give up my evening news, or I always have a cup of tea after dinner. But here's the thing. You don't have to do all of these perfectly. Start with 1 or 2. Maybe begin by cutting out caffeine after 2 p.m., or start turning off screens an hour before bed. Small changes add up to big improvements. Helen, a 69-year-old woman from Florida, was convinced her sleep problems were just part of getting older, but she tried the 10-3-2-1-0 formula. She moved her afternoon coffee to mid-morning, started eating dinner earlier, and stopped watching the news before bed. She told me, I didn't believe it would work, but within 2 weeks I was sleeping better than I had in a decade. I wake up feeling actually rested. Your action step: pick 2 parts of this formula to implement this week. Just 2. Maybe it's the caffeine cutoff and the screen time, see how you feel. Then gradually add the other elements. This formula works because it respects your body's natural rhythms instead of fighting against them. Secret number 6. The power of the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Now we're getting into something really special. This technique comes from ancient yoga practices, but it's been validated by modern sleep science. It's called the 4-7-8 breathing technique, and it can literally put you to sleep in minutes. Here's why it works. When you're stressed or anxious, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. This activates your sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight response. Deep, controlled breathing does the opposite. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode. The 4-7-8 technique also increases oxygen in your bloodstream and removes carbon dioxide, which has a naturally calming effect on your brain. Here's how you do it. First, sit or lie comfortably. Place the tip of your tongue against the ridge of tissue behind your upper front teeth. Keep it there through the entire exercise. Step 1. Exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound. Step 2. Close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose while mentally counting to 4. Step 3. Hold your breath for a count of 7. Step 4. Exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound for a count of 8. That's 1 cycle. Repeat this 4 times total when you're first learning. You can gradually work up to 8 cycles. Now, here's the key. Don't worry if you can't hold your breath for the full counts at first. The ratio is what matters. 4-7-8. If you need to, do 2 seconds inhale, 3.5 seconds hold, and 4 seconds exhale. Just keep that ratio. Do this technique twice a day, once when you wake up and once before bed. And whenever you wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep, use it. Margaret, a 74-year-old grandmother, was skeptical about breathing exercises. "How can breathing put me to sleep?" she asked. But she tried it anyway. The first night, she did it 3 times when she got into bed. She fell asleep before she finished the 3rd round. Now she uses it every single night. The beauty of this technique is that it has no side effects, costs nothing, and works immediately. Unlike sleeping pills, which can take 30 minutes to kick in and make you groggy, this works with your body's natural systems. Here's what to do tonight. Before you get into bed, sit on the edge of your mattress and practice the 4-7-8 technique 4 times. Then when you lie down, do it again. Your body will naturally relax, your heart rate will slow, and sleep will come more easily. And here's a bonus. This technique also works during the day if you're feeling anxious or stressed. It's a tool you can use anywhere, anytime. Secret number 7. The sleep environment audit that changes everything. We've reached the final secret, and this might be the most overlooked one of all. Your bedroom environment has a massive impact on your sleep quality, but most people haven't evaluated their sleep space in years, or ever. Think about it. You spend 1/3 of your life in your bedroom. Shouldn't it be optimized for the most restorative sleep possible? Let me walk you through a sleep environment audit. As I mention each factor, I want you to think about your own bedroom. Darkness. Your bedroom should be dark, really dark. Even small amounts of light can interfere with melatonin production. This includes the glow from your alarm clock, light under the door, or street lights through the curtains. Consider blackout curtains, or at minimum, a comfortable sleep mask. Noise. Ideally, your bedroom should be quiet. But if you live near a busy street or have noisy neighbors, consider a white noise machine or a fan. These create consistent, predictable sound that helps mask disruptive noises. Your brain can learn to tune out consistent white noise, but it will wake you for sudden, irregular sounds. Your mattress. Here's a hard truth. If your mattress is more than 8 years old, it's likely not supporting you properly anymore. And as we age, we often need different support than we did when we were younger. A mattress that was perfect at 40 might be causing you pain at 65. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars, but you do need a mattress that supports your current body and sleep position. Your pillow. The same goes for pillows. If you wake up with neck pain or headaches, your pillow might be the culprit. Side sleepers typically need a firmer, higher pillow. Back sleepers need medium support. Stomach sleepers need a soft, flat pillow. And pillows should be replaced every 1 to 2 years. Air quality. Dry air can cause nasal congestion and throat irritation, especially during winter. A cool mist humidifier can make a huge difference. Aim for 30 to 50% humidity. Clutter. A cluttered, chaotic bedroom creates mental clutter. Your bedroom should be a calm, peaceful sanctuary, not a storage room or office. Remove the TV if possible, clear off surfaces, and create a space that feels restful. Bedroom activities. Your brain is very good at creating associations. If you watch TV in bed, work in bed, or eat in bed, your brain starts to associate your bed with wakefulness and activity. Use your bed for only 2 things: sleep and intimacy with your spouse. This trains your brain that bed equals sleep. Let me tell you about James and Patricia, a couple in their late 60s. They'd been sleeping in the same bedroom setup for 30 years. They had a TV they watched in bed every night, bright LED alarm clocks on both nightstands, and a mattress that was over 15 years old. When they did a sleep environment audit, they were shocked. They removed the TV from the bedroom, bought blackout curtains, invested in a new mattress, and covered their alarm clocks. Patricia told me, "It felt like sleeping in a luxury hotel. We both started sleeping so much better. I didn't realize how much our environment was affecting us." Here's your action step. Tonight, do a sleep environment audit. You don't have to fix everything at once. Pick 1 or 2 things to improve. Maybe it's getting better curtains, or finally replacing that old pillow, or moving the TV out of the bedroom. Small environmental changes can lead to dramatic improvements in sleep quality. Let's quickly recap these 7 powerful sleep secrets. Secret number 1, the 2-hour rule. Bright light in the morning, dim light in the evening to reset your circadian rhythm. Secret number 2, the temperature trick. Keep your bedroom cool and use warmth strategically to trigger sleep. Secret number 3, the worry window. Dedicate time for concerns during the day so your mind can rest at night. Secret number 4, the magnesium secret. Address potential deficiency in this crucial sleep mineral. Secret number 5, the 10-3-2-1-0 formula. A strategic timeline for setting up successful sleep. Secret number 6, the 4-7-8 breathing technique. A powerful tool to activate your body's natural relaxation response. Secret number 7, the sleep environment audit. Optimize your bedroom for maximum sleep quality. Now, before we finish, I need to give you an important warning. If you've been taking sleeping pills for a while, do not stop them suddenly without talking to your doctor. Some sleep medications can cause serious withdrawal effects if stopped abruptly. Instead, use these 7 secrets to improve your natural sleep. Then work with your doctor to gradually reduce and eventually eliminate sleep medications if appropriate. Also, if you've tried multiple strategies and still can't sleep, or if you snore loudly and wake up gasping, or if you have extreme daytime sleepiness, talk to your doctor. You might have a sleep disorder like sleep apnea that requires medical treatment. These 7 secrets are powerful for normal sleep difficulties, but they're not a replacement for medical care when there's an underlying disorder. My dear friends, I want you to understand something important. You deserve good sleep. You deserve to wake up feeling refreshed and energized. You deserve to have the mental clarity, the physical energy, and the emotional well-being that comes from deep restorative sleep. Poor sleep is not an inevitable part of aging. It's not something you just have to accept and suffer through. Your body still has the ability to sleep deeply and well. It just needs the right conditions and the right approach. The 7 secrets I've shared with you today aren't complicated. They don't require expensive equipment or dangerous medications. They work with your body's natural systems, not against them. You don't have to implement all 7 at once. Start with 1 or 2 that resonated most with you. Maybe it's the breathing technique, or fixing your sleep environment, or trying the 2-hour rule. Give them a real try, at least 2 weeks. Track your progress. Notice how you feel, adjust as needed, and gradually add more strategies. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Tonight, you can take that first step toward better sleep. Your brain will be sharper, your mood will be better, your immune system will be stronger, your risk of falls will decrease, your quality of life will improve, all from honoring your body's need for deep, natural sleep. You can do this. I believe in you. If you found these sleep secrets helpful, I have a favor to ask. First, please subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon. I publish videos every week specifically designed for seniors and their families, covering the health topics that matter most to you, from heart health to memory, from nutrition to fall prevention. This is your channel for practical, honest, science-based health information. Second, please share this video with someone you care about. Do you have a spouse, a friend, a family member who struggles with sleep? Send them this video. You might transform their nights and their life. Third, leave a comment below. Tell me, which of these 7 secrets are you going to try first? Have you already tried any of these strategies? What's been your biggest sleep challenge? I read every single comment, and your experience might help someone else who's struggling. And if you want even more information on healthy aging and senior wellness, check out the videos I'm recommending on your screen right now. They're specifically chosen to complement what you learned today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Thank you for taking your health seriously. Thank you for being willing to try something new. Here's to your best night's sleep in years. Sweet dreams, my friends. I'll see you in the next video.